This is a coffee time. The reason I want to do this broadcast is because I realized the previous broadcast I did, my Chinese seems a little bit rusty. So I try to figure out is because it's evening time, so my Chinese is getting worse, or is it because I'm simply tired? So anyway, I will soon find out. So if my English is equally rusty, then I will know. I think it's too late for me. Maybe I should go to bed. So anyway, I just thought I share with you all a little bit of what I share in the Chinese coffee time, or and then hopefully can get everybody to catch up a little bit. Anyway, here I just simply want to share a couple. Okay, it's equally rusty. Maybe I'm just tired. Just simply try to answer a couple questions regarding to the previous episode that I did. When should you address the issue? And the reason of that is thanks to you all. If every time I've done any broadcast, and many of you will bring forward many more questions that I did not notice. So therefore, I will try to clarify it at a coffee time. So in the previous episode, we're talking about when couple having disagreement or arguing or things like that. It's very often that one choose to resolve the problem right now, right here. The other person will simply like to wait. When you deal with this kind of situation, like when should you actually address the issue? The better answer to that is never let it sit past 24 hours. So since that is the case, you never know how long should you give each other like the break time. It doesn't seem like they want to talk. It's not like they don't want to talk. Like, the truth is everybody want to address the issue. When people are addressing the issue, you also indirectly shows that you care about this relationship. So it's not very often that people would just simply let it sit and then pretend nothing ever happened. Well, sure enough, unless first you are scared of confrontation, then you simply don't care about this relationship. Yeah, for sure. In that case, maybe you do not want to address any issue. But in this very particular case, we talk about when you care about this relationship. So when you deal with that awkward situation and then you are calculating, well, should I talk to them right now? I don't know. What should I do? Then that's what I give you a reference that you can take that into the consideration. Simply calculate your astrology sign, versus the person that you want to have relationship with, and then you can decide how long you should wait to address the issue. So sure enough, some people will want to know whether you should base on your sun sign or the moon sign. Well, as many of you know, in the relationship we often are influenced by our moon sign, but then again, not everybody know what their moon sign is. In that case, I would say sun sign would do just fine. The reason of that is because we often use our sun sign's logic to work with to handle the matter, to deal with all the logical things. And since the argument is very often happen because your brain overthinking, so sun sign would do just fine. But if you happen to know your moon sign, sure, why not? Because in the relationship, the feeling for one another, the way you express feeling is very often based on the moon sign. But then again, the sign that you use to solve the problem is very often sun sign. So anyway, if you don't know what the moon sign is, sun sign would do just fine. So also the person we're asking, it should base on whose sign first. Like it could be, either you are Aquarius, the other person is Scorpio, or whatever it is. Like how are you going to calculate it or start from who? Well, it always based on the person who is more aggressive. As you would know, in a relationship, there's always one more aggressive and one more passive. So starting with the person who is more aggressive toward the person who is more passive. I hope that answered your question. So anyway, if you have any more questions, you'll feel more you're more than welcome to leave your comment below. Hopefully I have time to answer it all. Another thing I want to talk about is now we are in the our second stage of the era of awareness. So I have mentioned this once before. This is the most difficult periods of time. The reason of that is it's kind of the transitioning of the traditional way to the new era. And so since there's transitioning happening, so as many of you would know, many of you will still be more comfortable to go to the old way, the way it used to be, right? You hoping to change the world back to the way it used to be. But then many of you might also notice like we can never go back the way it used to be. So that's why this phase is kind of complicated or difficult, because it's like ocean wave hitting the sand as we are standing by the shore looking at the endless ocean and not know where we're going, meanwhile watching all the wave hitting the shore, creating all kind of wave form or whatever it is. So that's why the second stage of the era of awareness will be kind of confusing, scary for many of you. So I would say now, since we're the second year, so we're still way better than last year, because last year you will experience a lot of who am I, where am I going, or what am I doing, or that kind of question. This year you still have that, but then the thing is, I would say past the mid-year this year, you should start having a sense. I seem to have an idea. So very often you are left with the idea of, I seem to know a lot of things, but I seem to know nothing as well. So that kind of confusing feeling can sometimes, make people feel helpless, or, feeling a bit lost and not sure what am I supposed to do with this, right? But as I say in the Zoom call, this is still a better year than last year. Last year you have a lot of where am I, while this year that where am I sense seems to slowly go away. As you slowly figure out who you are, you will realize the next year become much easier, even though you're still not quite sure where you're gonna go with this. But the sense of direction will start happening, showing before your eyes, or you was having a strong sense of self, like you start to have an idea, I think this is who I want to be, right? You're not sure how to get there yet, but at least that sense will, like certainty, will be able to push you forward a little bit more, or help you figure your future so much easier. So anyway, hope that give you guys a little bit comfort if many of you are still wondering where am I gonna go with this, or what am I gonna do with this. My broadcast is coming to almost 600. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. So I feel like in the past several years I have learned so much, and then very often I guess I have take those knowledge for granted, like I did not know that people don't know. Not to mention that I did spend a lot of time talking on my membership room, and why everybody kind of able to catch up with my conversation. My friend also protests like it seems like I have never shared those information with them. So therefore I decided to share with you all, but then I would like to finish my 600 first, and hopefully I'm able to break down everything I know in the past years, 3 years or so. It's all about vibration. I used to believe that it had nothing to do with whatever we're doing, or I did not believe how you were gonna benefit us, but only recently I start to see how everything connect together, and I would be more than excited, or I can wait to share with you all. But I think I'm gonna wait until I finish all the 600 episodes. Then I will hopefully be able to share with something new with you all. If I ever review my life and then really, look back, it has been, I have come a long way. That's all I can say. I mean, I used to have resentment or, hate it. Well, hate is such a strong word. I used to hate it, like, what I was given. Like, why many of you believe it's a gift, I used to believe that was a curse for the longest time. And in the past 10 years, I learned to slowly coming out of my dark hole and sharing whatever I see with you all. I think only to this day, I start to really appreciate it. I appreciated whatever happened around me and appreciated whatever I was given. And I think it had a lot to do with, I start to realize I don't have to be a psychic what people expect a psychic to be, but I can simply use my psychic ability to satisfy my own curiosity, which in the other hand, very grateful I'm such a curious cat. So, when I look back, at least to this point, I'm truly grateful of how I have a way to satisfy my own curiosity. So, that indirectly got me to reflect my own life and start to questioning what it is like I want to be in the future and how I'm going to settle with my life. Like, it really takes some time to think about, like, what did my soul plan this whole thing for me, like, or what am I going to leave with, right? So anyway, at the end, I guess at this point where I am, I'm just simply grateful. Like, I have this gift. Like, I am able to satisfy the curious kids inside me. And in a lot of point, I mean, at this point, I'd love to share it with you all as well, I guess. Because I come to the stage, I start to realize how, or actually see the evidence of how it can change people's life, or how, it can help people manifest the life that they wanted, especially, with many of you who have gone a long way with me and who has been great supporter of me all those years, and to prove like this could be done. I mean, I'm truly grateful of that. And then that's why I am at this point of my life wishing I could do more and share more with you all. So anyway, just a quick episode to really, like, coffee time, to really share a little bit insight with you, and then also testing, like, either my Chinese is rusty or my English is rusty, or I'm simply tired. I think I'm tired regardless. So yeah, just share with you all. I can't wait. Like, next year's, I'm planning some seminar. I'm planning to host some seminar in couple city, and I would love to share or put together whatever I have learned in the past several years or so, to in an organized way or easier understanding way for you all, to help you manifest the life that you wanted. I mean, something I'm excited about, and I can't wait to share. So right now, my seminar is planning to be hosted like next year's April in Taiwan. But I did mention I'm gonna host the seminar in several countries as well. So right now, since I will be traveling, well, the end of this year, I'm gonna travel to India for 2+ months. Let's hope my stomach can handle this, but yeah, I think so. But next year, I'm gonna spend all the time in Southeast Asia. So for now, I'm thinking I'm gonna host my seminar in Taiwan, Malaysia, and also Tokyo for now. As in North America, I'm thinking about either New York or Los Angeles. But anyway, those would be planning, I would say, beginning of the years. But if many of you would be interesting to attend, that would be sometime around April next year. And remember the Pichu we were talking about? Pichu, we were talking, not Pikachu, but Pichu. We were talking about, it's simply a joke. It was a joke. It was actually some kind of discovery I find out in the Zoom call. And then, we just simply try to make all the Pichu straight the way they should look like, as I see it. Anyway, it was all a joke. Now it's actually at the end of production. So hopefully we can bring forward the real products by the end of this year. So then again, I'm not intending to become a retailer anyway. So all those productions gonna be limited edition. And it will be announced within the members first before we release to the general public. So if you guys sold out within the member, then that's it. I'm not interested to produce more. So, but anyway, it's supposed to be a fun project. It becomes somehow, some way, kind of stressful project, just because we are so particular. We're so particular how it should look like, or the shade, the color, or etc. So I'm glad it's all coming together now. I know many of you ask about the online courses. I mean, trust me, I really want to put everything online as well, but I just simply cannot find time. As many of you have traveled with me before, you know how intense how intense it is to travel with my husband. So I would try my best to put it on as much as I can. As you know, I also have a book that I'm working on right now, right? So I will try my best to do as many episodes as I can while I'm here, but before that I have to finish my text. Let me finish my text first. Yeah, if you guys sold out, you can buy Pikachu. Pikachu is pretty cute too, so but anyway, it's a limited edition. I'm just grateful. Yeah, it has come to the end. I can finally push it out and then share with you all. So many of you will be able to see the picture by the end of the year. So if you don't get to buy it, you can see the picture. You will know what it looked like. So anyway, just quickly share with you all. To many of you, I get it. I mean, this year, as many of you have share with me, like you have gone through a lot of waves, like up and down, you don't know what to do, and it could be very frustrating. Sometimes you feel like you kind of stuck in a position for a really long time. You simply cannot get yourself out of it. Remember, the old way no longer serve us. So while we are entering the era of awareness, it's very important you focusing on who you are and what you want to be. So it doesn't matter what what circumstances I brought upon you. If you ever feel lost or frustrated or confused, I think really the best way to help you stay strong during this period of time, and really this is the most difficult time. Once you pass through it, it's only going to become easier, right? So really, to help you stay strong during this period of time is really focusing on who you are and what you want to be. So while before we tend to pay a lot of attention on serving other people, pleasing other people, compromise ourselves for other people, I would say that kind of mindset simply does not work in the era that is coming. So that's why for the past several years I'm really focusing on trying to build a community for many of you. Just know how easily we will feel vulnerable during this time. So remember, share your feeling to people, having some close friend who can listen to you, have some people who see your vision and support you to become who you want to be in the future. It's very important. So do not close up and not share. I would say we are entering into the new era of sharing. Eventually, you will realize sharing is just simply a norm. So start practicing on it. Don't keep everything to yourself, because you will eventually, kill yourself alive. So when you feel lost, focusing on who you are, trust me, like who you are, what you want to be, trust me, it will go a long way, and it will really help you to get out of this kind of, suppression mode, or, the situation that make you feel very depressed, or you simply cannot find a way out. Okay, so anyway, just quick sharing to share with you all, and thank you all for support me all this time when I simply cannot find time to edit my video. So I don't know, all my broadcast is very raw, but this is also how I want to show it to my kids or grandkids, if I ever have any anyway. But I'm truly grateful for you all to support me all this way, and hopefully in the future I can share more with you all, and in the end I'm hoping to find a way that can actually make everybody's life much better than it is right now. Okay, so that's it for today. Again, if you like what I'm doing, follow, share, and like. Then I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.